Well, today what I did was I just patched up a set of concrete steps. Now, patch up is patch up. It means you just patch them up. And when I did them, I didn't want to paint them out with Portland, so I just painted them with regular mud. I went out into the yard, I mixed some mud up, and I painted it with mud so it don't look so bright and it looks old. So I'm just going to show you how I did it. I got to fix these steps. There's some holes in them. So like always, get a steel brush and get in there, get rid of all the stuff that's in the way. Also, this railing was loose, see it? So I got that loosened up. Got that loosened up. I'm going to put some cement all in there. I'm going to fix these steps. So like I always tell you, get your water. I put it in here, my water, and I wet it good first before I use my cement. Now I'm going to get this cement-all rapid set mortar mix. Put in just what I think I'm going to need, no more than that. Now when you're mixing in a pan, you just mix what you gotta mix. Just keep adding the water, adding it up. Just gonna mix what you need within the next 10 minutes. That's it. That's it. Stuff dries real fast. It's ready to go. I want to get all the big spots first. Throw it in there. Not going to make a project out of it. Just get it in there. It's going to dry quick. We're going to put a second coat on it. See that? That's that. Over here, we're going to do the steps. Got to wet it first. It dries fast, you got to work fast with it. You get the big holes first. Just like that. Then I want to get a sponge, go over all the stuff I put in. That's the first coat. Yeah, don't leave no rough edges. Go over everything. That's going to dry fast. Now when you're using this stuff, don't be afraid to get your hands in there. Sometimes it takes a lot longer to do it with the trowel. Thing is, you don't want any holes. See how I did doing that? Get rid of all those holes. Get your trowel, shouldn't need more of that. Put it down a little bit more. Make sure it's wet. You gotta make sure it's wet. You want to build this up a little bit, you can put a piece in there. Keep doing it. It's like body work on a car. Then you get your sponge with your water, bring it out, and go over it. See that? Looking for the holes. You don't want no holes. Go over it, just like that. Fill all those holes in. So this is just a patch job. You can see it's already turning white. I don't like that, so I got myself some mud. See the mud? I just put water in there. I'm just going to paint it with mud. Well, you ask me, Mike, where do you get mud at? Well, this looks like it's pretty rich right in here. Just dig some of this out. Put it in there like that. Then add a little water to it like that. Like that. See that? Mix it all up like that. And you got mud. Got a couple choices here. I'm going to tell you something. I paint it with mud. I'm just going to stain it and make it look like it's there for a while. Otherwise it looks like a big blinker. I don't want that. I'm painting it with mud. Just like that. You can see where it's turning white. Well, it's gonna turn that way anyway. Just paint it with mud. Everyday mud. It's gonna all match up. Little secret. Painting it plain old ordinary mud. I'm going to fill around these things. Make sure it's good and wet. Put the cement down. Shove it in there. Just like that. Make sure it gets down in there. Whatever you got to use. Get it down in there, just like that. And get underneath it. If there's any holes, get it from the bottom too. You can see it bubbling up there. It's pushed down real good. Yeah. The old mud trick. Get the mud, put the mud around. Make it look like we weren't even here. Now it's about a half hour later. You can see where I painted it with mud at stain. I still got some white spots because I couldn't see them. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to paint it with mud again. So I get my mud, a little watery, go over the whole thing again with the mud. It's going to seep right into that. Make that look all the same. Old timer's trick. Paint it with mud. Everything looks the same. I'm going to talk about that job a little bit. I liken it to if you go to get your car inspected in Pennsylvania and there's a rust spot with a sharp edge in there, they won't inspect it. You have to patch it up. Now you're not going to get a brand new fender or a brand new car. What you're going to do is get a little Bondo, patch it up, maybe a little spray can and paint over it so it looks good. You get your car inspected. Same thing with a house. When these inspectors come and they see those holes and the railings moving and everything, they just want it patched up so it looks good so they can get the house inspected. Same idea. Now I could have went and I could have bought masonry paint, or I could have went and paint the whole thing with Portland. But that's not what they wanted. They just wanted it patched up to pass inspection. I went back 3 weeks later. I looked at it. It looked good. It looked a lot better than when I first started, and it looked a lot better than if I just did all that patchwork, and it looks like a big, like someone's doing graffiti over the place. So you got to know how to do it. I always suggest go over to the site and practice a little bit and get good at it, and then go fix your steps. You know, with Rapid Set, it dries so fast, you have to know when to hit it. So you got to kind of practice. Leonardo da Vinci used to paint right into the wet plaster and it'd sink right in there. The same idea. Masons have been using it for centuries. It's a little trick, right thing for the right time. So I hope these videos help. I'm Mike Haduck. Thanks for watching. Until next time.